How do you find the volume of prisms? This video is for section 11-4. 11-4 out of your textbooks, and this is video number 1. We have already found the surface area prisms, and now we're going to calculate the volume. Here's a reminder of how your notes should be set up to take notes from this video. So first, let's discuss what volume is. The volume of a three-dimensional figure is the amount that fills the figure. The volume is given in cubic units. So how many of cubes or how many units can fit within this figure of yours? Remember the example where we used the Skittles to fill up the different containers that were at different heights but still had the same exact volume. Consider this prism a 3x4x2. If we cut it into cubic units, it would look like this. And now let's consider this prism and think about how many cubic units take up the inside of this prism. So let's take a look. Let's use the top row. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 units, cubic units. And if we double that for the bottom, we would have 24 cubic units. And that would be our volume for this shape. Here's another way for us to get the cubic units, or the volume of the prism. The common formula for finding volume of a rectangular prism is volume equals length times width times height, where L is the length, W is the width, and H is the height. So you want to go ahead and make sure you write that formula in your notes, and you can draw some arrows to it. Also, don't forget to define what L is, what W is, and what H is. So let's go ahead and use this formula to find the volume of this prism. Volume would be length, 3, width, 4, and height of 2. And we got 3 times 4 is 12, times 2 equals 24. And we'll go ahead and use the units inches, so inches cubed, right? Because there's 1, 2, 3 inches, so inches cubed. This would be the volume of our rectangular prism. Another way to look at this problem is to take the area of the base, meaning bottom of the figure, so down here, and multiplying it by the height, which would be 2. Solving it in this way lets us apply the method to other shapes as well. So area of the base is length times width, therefore the area of the base times height is the volume. Okay, so let's try this method with a triangular prism. Remember, we'll take the area of the base and multiply it by the height to find the volume. So the volume is area of the base times height, and the base is the triangle, this blue one right here. And we use our formula area equals base times height divided by 2 or multiplied by half. Remember that this is a formula we've used in the past. Now we need it to find the volume of the prism. Base is 8 of the triangle, height is 6, and we're going to divide that by 2 to get 24. And now we multiply that by the height, and we have 24 times 9, and that gives us 216 cubic feet. Cubic feet, or you could put feet and then to the third power. Same thing as cubic feet. Here are 2 examples to try on your own, and at the bottom below the shape you can see that you have the answers, but I want you to go ahead and show your work. Look for the volume of this rectangular prism and this triangular prism, and then make sure that your answers are 120 cubic inches and 36 cubic feet. Okay, now that you've tried some examples and you've seen some examples, you can now answer the question, how do you find the volume of the prism? There was a few ways. One way was to actually split up the shape into different rectangles. Then we saw that we can look for the volume of a rectangular prism by doing length times width times height. And then we translated that in for any prism. If we can find the area of the base and multiply that by the height, we will then get the volume of a prism. So go ahead and write out what you have learned throughout the video. Remember, your summary should be 3 to 4 sentences in length.